Welcome, my constant reader friends. I'm Tad, and this is Tad Reads Books and Stuff. Well, this is my reading update through April 17th. As you know, I was reading a couple things. Let's just get right into it. So, Batman, The Dark Knight Returns. I did finish this. We'll talk about this in a little bit. Also, Phillip K. Flow My Tears, The Policeman Said. I finished that. And I'm still in the process of, listening to Green Angel Tower by Tad Williams. Now, this is my first time listening to this. I've read it a couple times before, but I'm listening to it on Audible, and it's being narrated by Andrew Wincott. And let me tell you something. So he's, of course, narrated all three of these so far. The guy's awesome. It's one of the best that I could even think of how somebody would read this. There are, it seems like, hundreds of named characters in this novel, or in this trilogy. And Andrew, just, his voice acting is tremendous. He gives different voices to every character that has a speaking role. It's very, very interesting, very well done, and I'm loving it. So far, I'm about 400 pages into it. I still got a lot to go, but we've still got 2 more weeks left to listen to this and get this finished. So we will get that taken care of. Now, I have started. I decided to go with When the Sky Fell on Splendor. Just started it. Haven't gotten very far at all, so don't want to really say anything about it. But I'm very interested in this. Emily Henry. Again, one of those that was just sitting on the bookshelf looking at me. I had to get it. It looks interesting. We'll see where it goes. Very excited about this. And I did decide to start reading the graphic novel collection by Joe Hill. I'm not very far in that as well, just into the first story, The Cape. So far, so good. I'm really liking the art in this as well. But before we discuss the 2 books that I finished this month, I do want to say something to Kim, the Paper Traveler. So Kim has a booktube channel. It's called The Paper Traveler. And I have to say, from day one, she has been so nice. She's supported me. She's commented on my videos. She's watched my videos that I know of. She's the only other booktuber that has paid attention to my channel at all. And last week, she did a shout out to 5 what I think she was calling underwatched, undernoticed booktubers that she liked their channels and was suggesting for other people to watch as well. And she mentioned my channel, Tad Reads Books and Stuff. And that was one of the nicest things that's ever happened. I didn't expect it. She didn't tell me she was doing it. It was wonderful. Again, she's been supporting me right from the beginning. And I'll tell you, I had 49 subscribers before she released this video last week. And now I have 65. So that's amazing for me. 16 subscribers in a week since she put that video up. And I owe it all to her. I want to thank her very sincerely. Thank you very much. And because of that, I went out, Kim, and I got Terry Miles Rabbits. She's put this on her channel, I think, twice now that I've seen, and I've commented every time. This cover is excellent. I think it's beautiful. She put it up as one of her spring beautiful cover books too. She's mentioned that this is a kind of an Easter egg. And today being Easter. Anyways, serendipity. She said it's kind of like an Easter egg hunt. similar to Ready Player One, which she loved and I loved as well. We're both kids of the 80s, and we love the 80s nostalgia in that book, and even Ready Player Two. I like that, and she did as well. So this is, I guess, similar to that. I haven't really started, haven't read it or anything yet, but I got this in honor of Kim, and to say thank you for suggesting it and suggesting my channel to other subscribers, other people that watch you BookTube. Thank you very much. All right, so let's start with Batman: The Dark Knight Returns real quick. Hopefully this isn't going to be one of my crazy long videos. Batman: The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller, with Klaus, Janssen, and Lynn, Varley. Now, this was published in four issues originally in 1986. Has 197 pages, and the Goodreads is 4.26 stars, which is pretty high. Now, this is weird because a lot of people don't like this. A lot of people, I've even said, they're kind of afraid to read it for one reason or another. People make excuses why they don't read things often. But I will say, all right, let's talk about it real quick. So it's actually 10 years. This takes place 10 years after Batman retires. But some crazy shit is going down, of course, in Gotham City. And he decides he has to come out of retirement. So there's some... The best part about it is, I gotta be honest, the writing. Some people have said that the artwork stinks. And I gotta be honest with you, the artwork is not good. I understand what they're saying. They do a lot in here. I don't know if I can find it right off the bat real quick, but yeah, they do a lot of this stuff. I think there's a better one here, where there's just a ton of these, like, it's like TV reports. So there's not a lot of great art. That is actually one of the best pages in the book. I don't know. You have to decide for yourself. The story, though, is excellent. It really does change at this point when this came out. It does, I think, change how people started writing comics and started to show now very often, if we go today to, The Boys and things like that, that some of these heroes aren't the greatest people in the world. And Batman, of course, being one of them. He had suffered some horrible childhood trauma with, watching his parents get murdered. And it just informs the rest of his life. And he really is a vigilante that is maybe even dangerous to the society he lives in. This book has everything, though. It has a brand new Robin. It's a young fangirl. Her name's Carrie Kelly. And she becomes his new sidekick, Robin. That's very interesting dynamic between them. You need to see it. But Two-Face is in it, of course. The Joker is in it. Commissioner Gordon. I mean, it comes down to the end. Well, before there's a big battle with the Joker, I'm not going to give it away. But then it keeps going, and then there's a big fallout battle fight with Superman. Even an older Green Arrow is in it. It's a good story. If you read it just for the story, I think you'll enjoy it. The artwork is very dated and a little, I don't know, disjointed. Even the coloring, the colors in it, jump all over the place. I didn't particularly like the artwork in it. But the book is great. Read it. All right. Batman: The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller. Next, This is my version. I'm going to put up another version, I think, here, if I can find one, because this really doesn't show a lot. It's just a picture of Philip K. Dick. But this is 5 novels from 1960 through 1970s. And it's Flow My Tears, the Policeman Said. My version has 190 pages. It was originally published in 1974. Goodreads has it at a 3.92, almost 4 points, 4 stars, which is pretty good. Now, this book, let me just get some things out of the way, was nominated for the Nebula Award in 1974, was nominated for the Hugo Award in 1975, and actually was awarded the John W. Campbell Memorial Award for Best Science Fiction in 1975. So this story really revolves around this mega celebrity, Jason Taverner. Now, he's also a 6, which means he's been genetically engineered a little bit to be special in this world. There's everything in this, fortunately and kind of unfortunately. What is it? There's a police state. There's forced labor camps. There is, of course, the celebrity. And, you know, how celebrities get away with things, maybe more than other people. There's drugs, and there's some drugs, and there's a little bit of drugs in it. And then, of course, sex and some more sex. So it's one of those, I don't want to give it away. It's not my favorite Philip K. Dick novel that I've ever read. I've read several. But the one thing I enjoy mostly about Philip K. Dick is you're going to get done with reading one of his books and your head's going to be spinning a little bit. You're going to be saying, what the hell did I just read? But it's going to make you think. It's going to make you think about some things, maybe for several days. Even all of a sudden, a week later, you go, oh. That's the joy of Philip K. Dick. Is he crazy? Yes. He is certifiably crazy. He was certifiably crazy. And at this time, one of the drugs, mescaline, plays a big part in this book. And poor Philip K. Dick was doing a lot of mescaline at the time that he was writing this. And he was having a lot of other problems with paranoia, which were issues of his life through. I mean, I could go on about Philip K. Dick and his problems with mental issues and drug abuse and other things like that. But I still think he had a brilliant mind, although sometimes jumbled. This book does feel a little disjointed from time to time, and it will start going in a certain direction and then kind of like almost, I don't know, maybe he did some more drugs that night and the next morning got up and started kind of writing in a different direction. He just introduces people all the time, almost like he said, well, I really don't want to keep following this line. Let's do something different. And he introduces somebody else, and then all of a sudden, this poor Jason Taverner goes in another direction. It's very interesting, which I will say about all Philip K. Dick's books. But anyways, if you're a fan, I'm really interested to see what Moyd says about this book. He's going to be reviewing it pretty soon, he said. So I'm curious to see what he says about it. I mean, I love his reviews anyways. But he's a sci-fi master. I'm not a sci-fi master. I want to read more sci-fi. But, man, I just finished it. I actually just finished it this morning. And I'm still kind of reeling about it. So sorry if I'm seeming a little disjointed, because it made me feel a little disjointed reading it. But anyways, I'm going to keep continuing on here and there with my Philip K. Dick reads. But pretty much that's it. I'm going to, like I said, just continue reading Joe Hill and When the Sky Fell on Splendor and see how that goes. Continue to listen to Green Angel Tower. But I really want to thank you again, Kim, the paper traveler. I will put her information down in the notes. So if anybody else would like to check out her channel that haven't already, please check out her channel. She's great. Very, very much you can tell she loves books. She loves covers. She reads everything kind of like I do. And she's going to start reading some horror, which I'm interested to see how she goes with that. But anyways, thank you for watching my channel. Please like if you can, subscribe, and keep sending the comments. I love the comments. All right, everybody. Peace out.